Oh, she looks cruddy, just like the street. She's gonna fix up real nice. We're gonna have ourselves a little O3 Element. It's kind of a good looking car, man. It looks a little more fun than my Honda Pilot right now. Let's see what we can do to her. All right, what up, tubers? Looking at it now, it's gonna be a O3 Honda Element. See how she works out. It's a Hummer Escape Pod. We'll get new plates anyways. O3 DX with AC, auto, 4-speed, 140,000 miles, in pretty good shape. Catalytic converter's gone. Wonder if we can flip it. So basically, the reason I'm picking this car up, guy was gonna donate it because someone stole the catalytic converter. Still got the exhaust there. $300-400 for the exhaust from a legit California supplier, and one oxygen sensor. The other one's already there, you can see it. So, you know, $450-500 and a little bit of work, and we got ourselves a quick couple bucks in profit. Up, tubers. Looking like we're gonna be picking up a new car today. New old car. Yep, it's nasty, but that right there is a Honda Element. We're gonna check it out, see if we can mess with it, see if we can make it work and make some money off of this bad boy. O3 DX with AC, it looks like. No subwoofer in there. Got the little single panel. You can always tell on these because the stereo is the single din. The double din premium stereo came on the EX models. Brand new tires, good Michelins. Those are probably worth more than the whole car. $800 tires. We're gonna do a little restoration on the old plastic panels, but this thing looks like it's in good shape. Everything's clean. The only real dent I see is right here. That's it. The rust wants to come off, or whatever the iron oxidization, sorry, I can't speak right now, it's early. Whatever that is, it'll come off. A little foamy bath and a quick clay bar, and this thing's gonna be in pristine shape. All right, here we are, 144,000 miles. Picked her up. She got a check engine light, whatever. But it looks like we got ourselves an O3 Honda Element. Got some extra parts. Registration is good. It smogs. Just needs a cat. You can hear it. Let's go make some. Big shout out to Jolly Power Sports for letting me borrow his trailer so that I could come and pick up this Element. Let me know in the comments down below, what type of mod should I do to this Element? What should I do to get it up and running? If there's tips and tricks for how to get this thing back up to snuff. I noticed that the tumblers are already not working in the doors. It's got an aftermarket alarm. It is a DX, so it does have AC, but it's pretty bare bones in there. No steering wheel controls. I don't even think it has cruise control, but you know what? For a $3,000 to $4,000 car that gets 25 mpg, 22 mpg for a Honda with the fabled K24 engine, I think that it is a pretty good snag for $1,000. Maybe we could use that profit to buy ourselves a new toy, something a little more fun. So let's take a look. EMV is already done. Thank you, AAA. All right, she is on her way to greener pastures, on her way home. Let's do it. All right, what's up, everyone? Yeah, just getting home off of work. It's been a long weekend, but got this car that we picked up, and haven't even had a chance to do anything with it. Got the Element here. It's so dirty. I was gonna do one of those videos of you know, montage of me actually cleaning this thing and show you the fancy detailing, but there's other guys that can do that way better than I can. So yeah, maybe I'll do a fancy, like, snap your fingers and it'll be a different car. Well, probably not. Anyways, hopefully we can get you a before and after picture. Talk to you soon. As for the actual Element, it's in pretty good shape. The only really big blemish that I see is right here. There's a dent, and short of that, I mean, this thing's straight. It's clean. It's got good edges, good angles, brand new tires, decent brakes. I will say that in driving it around, I did find the rear end clunks quite a bit. If you know what it is and it's a common problem, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to learn. I did do a quick amount of research, and it looks like it may in fact be some of those sway bar bushings. So we'll see soon enough. I would like to point out that I literally just washed this with a white rag for 30 seconds, and that's what a good side looks like and a not so good. So this thing just needs a bath. Needs a little bath and a new license plate in my name. All right, guys. What up, YouTube? How's it going, guys? So yeah, it's been a long day of work and a long weekend, but we got this element that we picked up. I actually let it sit for 3 days so that I could let it quarantine, not have to worry about anything going on in there. And I was gonna do one of those fancy montages about cleaning this thing, and my pressure washer broke. I was cleaning out my gutters with the blower, and that broke too. So yeah, haven't had a chance to really get to cleaning. I will say that if you look down here, I actually did one panel. I did Mother's back to black, like literally 5 minutes of elbow grease. And I know it's hard right now because we're past our magic hour, but one little panel in 5 minutes, and it made a huge difference. It can basically come back to life. So we've got our O3 element that we're looking at. It's going to be a project that we're working on, and you know, we just picked this car up and we need to figure out what we're going to do to repair it. So maybe you guys can help us in the comments figure out what exactly we should do to this car first. So let's walk around and take a look. The first thing we're going to look at is going to be the exterior. Obviously, you know, you got your normal fading on the plastic, vinyl, whatever you call it. I actually did a pretty good job of just simply rinsing this with a hose and trying to knock off a layer of dust. This sat outside in San Jose underneath some funky trees, and if you look, there's all these little iron spots, and it's almost like rust, but it's not. If you work real hard, they'll actually come off with just a little bit of elbow grease. So I ended up picking up some paint restorative iron remover, but if you look up here, you can see that it's actually pretty bad. So before we get to clay barring or doing any type of paint correction, we're gonna need to get this off of here. And that iron is obviously gonna be something that could be potentially problematic for the paint and the clear coat. So we're gonna go look up some instructions from one of the famous detailers on the tubers and see what they say about getting this iron stuff off. Wash it first, not wash it, sponge, not sponge, who knows? We'll figure it out. There's other people smarter than me that know how to do this stuff. So let's let them tell us what to do, and we'll just be the elbows. All right, guys, I went to put some blue tape across here to mark it so that I could start using our iron removing spray, and apparently it was just pretty dirty. So as you can see here, just using some soapy water, and you know, they say to try and get some of the contaminants off beforehand, but as you can see, a lot of that is coming right out. One of the things I'm also curious about is how this iron remover is going to work on these pieces of plastic, because if you look real close, you can actually see it buried in there too, and I'm not sure what's going to happen to that. So you can see it even there. So we're going to have to figure that out too. We can get it to come off with a little elbow grease, maybe even a cut and polish pad, if that might help. But I'm more concerned with the paint, really. So I'm just going to unfortunately remove one of the dirty spots, aka make a clean one. We'll see how we do. It's like maybe this is a different piece of plastic or something. I know on my Honda Pilot it's a piece of plastic as opposed to metal, but it just doesn't want to come off as easily as up here. Clear coat different, I don't know, something. That's all right. We'll give her a rinse and see how she does. But I mean, come on, night and day difference. She just needs a bath. So I decided to I cleaned one side of roof. It's just preliminarily. But I wanted to see what would happen with this if we just threw it on there without cleaning it. So we're gonna take a look-see-loo here and see if after 3 minutes it does anything different. All right, guys, so here was literally a 5 to 10 minute job of iron remover. Washed it first on this half, looking pretty good. And I didn't wash it on this half. Is it significantly worse? You know, not really. Could I have saved myself a step? Maybe. Would it have been as easy for the material to work? I don't know, but shoot, I got a third of the hood roof done already, and that side does look better, but not by much. Doesn't feel any different. They're both about the same. Still gonna need a clay bar and professional detail, but it is what it is. There you go. All right. Cannot do this one-handed, but as you can see, there's another area that needs to be detailed. We're gonna need to clean her up quite a bit, but it's your fabled K-Series, K24A4, 160 horsepower, solid Honda Element, 2-wheel drive, 03, but it's gonna run forever. She's only got 145 on her. What up, tubers? We are looking at our 03 Honda Element project, and one of my very first projects that I'm going to do with you guys is this. Does anyone else have this problem in a Honda where your shifter is just funky? Again, 03 Element DX front wheel drive, and I just picked it up and it's got this. So let's see if we can get to the bottom of it. All right, you guys ready for this? Cheap, 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 cheap. Nothing to repair. 2 screws. You can see they're just loose in there, and that's it. So take a screwdriver. We'll just simply tighten that down a little bit. Tighten that down a little bit. If you wanted to get real crazy, you could slap some Loctite in there, but I think night and day difference right there. All right, so Honda Element, Honda anything mid-2000s, you got this problem. It fixes itself real quick. Just pop off your overdrive and there's screws in there somehow, depending on what model I have. All right, talk to you soon. All right, guys. Driving to the muffler shop to get a new catalytic converter put on our Element that we're in. And I just wanted to give you guys an idea. I'm doing, right now, that's 70 on the freeway. And that's the noise you get from the catalytic converter. And I'll do this on the way home, and we'll give you one and show you the before and after so you can kind of hear it. Maybe I won't have to scream as much. So, all right, I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, on the way to the muffler shop, get a catalytic converter. That's what it sounds like. Give you a before and after here in just a little bit. All right, guys, down here at the muffler shop getting our catalytic converter. We're down here at Scott's Minute Muffler in Dublin. We got Scott Jr. welding her up right now. Gonna be some of the cheapest prices in all of Northern California. These guys are awesome, and they're hooking it up. All right, here we are. Hour later, catalytic converter done. Thank you, Minute Muffler in Dublin. You guys are awesome. Best prices in town. And you can't even hear this thing. You can hear the sway bar end links clicking around, but she sounds like a K-Series again. I like it. Bouncing around. All right. Now on to the transmission drain fill, oil change, spark plugs, and she is on the road. All right, I'm really gonna call this the maiden voyage because we got the catalytic converter on, and now I can hear all the bumps and scrapes and nicks and 140,000 miles on this here Honda. So here we are, 70 miles an hour, before and after. This is our new catalytic converter installed $400 out the door in California. That is amazing pricing. So if you need to know more, hit me up in the comments below. I'll tell you how we do it.